And a good day, all of you. Sean Henderson, Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, back again with you. Another Beverage Ramble edition. Now, I did this beer. Well, let me just say what the beer is. This is Brooklyn Brewery Bel Air Sour, Tropical Sour. Now, I did this beer 3 years ago. It's the same beer, same ABV, but now they're saying Tropical Sour. And I didn't see that when I did this review, again, 3 years ago, 2021. This is before I moved up here to Georgia. Georgia. Anyway, sour ale, tart flavored beers, tangy, unexpected, and quirky. Bel Air Sour is full of surprises, uniquely tart, and pleasantly tropical. It's entirely breezy and a little electric. Again, 5.8% ABV, 3.6 out of 5 on tap, and an 87 score on Beer Advocate. Again, they just changed the name, basically, from what it was when I reviewed it. But it's the same beer, so I don't know how I'm going to say. I was going to say Bel Air Sour, Brooklyn Bel Air Sour, Tropical. And I put a quotation, same beer, different name. Different name. So people know what's going on. But anyway, for years, as some of you have seen in my videos, I've kind of been on the fence, excuse me, about sours. Never was really into them until probably maybe say about 2 years ago. Probably within the 3 years, I started saying, maybe. And I remember one summer, actually it was the summer of 2021. I came up here and it was a hot day, I remember, and I was on my way. I think it might have been something from, it might have been the Creature Conference I might have reviewed. It was a weekend. It was one of those days I bought 2 cans of it. I did one for review and I did another. I think it was from Orpheus, and it was one of them tart sours. And I was, kind of impressed with it. And it really hit the spot. I mean, really, literally hit the spot. That's how good it was, because it was a freaking hot day. And I was just in the process of moving from where I was staying with my uncle at the time in Douglasville, moving up here to where I stay right now, my current apartment. So, beautiful colors you can see. Again, I was always on the fence because it was tardy and this and that. And I said, if you were summertime, you want to drink have something, like a cold beer, something. What are you used to? What you know? So, went ahead and got this, and I started trying these, and I said, hey, these aren't bad. Just like I was on the fence about chiladas, same thing. And my attitude changed once I started having one. I say, hey, these are pretty good and very refreshing. So. They have hops, Simcoe or Simcoe, or they like to pronounce Amarillo. Remember, I was calling it Armadillo, but it's really Amarillo and Simcoe hops. And they use 2-row pale and wheat malts. It's one of the malts that they use in this. So beautiful colors you can see. It's still winter, and here I am drinking a sour, but you know how the summers and winters are. They tend that per middle of the afternoon to 60 degrees here, days like this, and then it'll get cold at nighttime. So go figure. But anyway, let's have at it. Cheers. Very tropical. Get a little bit of lemon, some grapefruit. There's like some really one of them sour type oranges that you get. I didn't know you were here. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were here. I'm sorry. Hey, when you're doing videos, hey, I know nobody was here in the building, so that's why I just, did it. So, but the show must go on, and it continues to go on, as they say. No interruptions here. I just keep going. This is really nice, man. This is just firm. It's perfect. It has a nice texture to it. It is not bad at all. It wasn't like this when I had it 3 years ago. in 2021. Again, I did it when I was living in Mobile, so a little bit has changed from this. Get some of that saltiness as well. So I mean, yeah, this is perfect for the summertime. And again, I've always been on the fence about this, but I think you could have this in the summertime, particularly. But I can say you have it just year round, like you would like any adjunct lager or Budweiser or Bud Light or Natural Light or whatever. Like whatever floats your boat. So nice, great lacing on this as well. Of course, the company now Brooklyn Brewery, of course, the infamous Brooklyn Lager, everything. They're making some changes right now to the brewery. They're producing most, if not all, of their beers right now up in Utica, New York. FX Matt Brewery, of course, the people behind Utica Club, Saranac, Utica Club Light. That's where they're brewing all of their beers right now at that brewery. They do a little bit in Brooklyn, but they're looking to change some of their facilities to a new location up in Williamsburg right now. We're going to be a little more wider location. Brooklyn Lager, Brooklyn Pilsner, the Brooklyn Pulp Art, their IPA. I recently did another IPA of theirs just recently. I'm trying to forget what that was. But yeah, the Winter Slender's IPA, the winter one I did recently. But Brooklyn Lager is their signature beer by far, and we can get some of it here. When I did live in Mobile, I was able to get Mobile, Alabama. I was able to get some Brooklyn beers, but they kind of stopped discontinuing it. So every time I would come home, go home to Jersey for the holidays or whatever, I'd make sure that I'd bring, something back from one of the stores, package stores or whatever I would go to. But again, since I've been up here, I'm able to get a lot of stuff here in Georgia. A lot of stuff. So Brooklyn's distribution is very good. Garrett Oliver, of course, the beer master, the brew master, still with the company. And if you get a chance, watch any of his videos or read about him or look up his videos on YouTube. I mean, the man is a genius, in my opinion. I mean, especially when it comes to beers. When you look at it down here, it calls it an ale. I'll just put it right there. It says ale, as you can see right there. So it's kind of interesting. Look at this as an ale. So again, I think it's the same as the one 3 years ago, but again, they just changed the name Tropical, I guess, for whatever. I hope they didn't change the recipe because it tastes maybe a little more fruitier, more sour, but more fruitier. It has that, again, the orange, the grapefruit, pineapple, everything, which it did, but you really kind of feel it now in this one. So I have to look back at that video again one more time to see what my description of what that sour was. So yeah, I think this is perfect to have year round, but really in the summertime, this would be really, really good. And it's hot and those, you want to kick your feet back and just have something. I mean, yes, you want to have an adjunct lager or a light lager, that's fine, but you can also have a sour or a Bologna Weiss too. That would also be good as well. So not going to go run my mouth on and on and on. And also the company's also distributing more of their beers outside of the U.S. The people, Kieran Inchabin, the people behind Kieran Inchabin, are working with Brooklyn. And also the people that does Lion, that beer, Lion, L-I-O-N, the Australian company, they're also working with Brooklyn in terms of making sure the beers hit overseas. And so far, I think that partnership has worked out for them immensely. So even going to Australia or anywhere, people can get Brooklyn anytime. So, all right, like I said, I'm not going to run my mouth any further. Perfect, nice, easy drinking sour ale. I'm going to go with a score of, I'm going to same score, 8.7. I think this is a B+ for me. Very enjoyable, very likable, nice, refreshing. Check it out as the weather slowly begins to change to spring-like. It'll be here before you know it, and it will even be warm, especially here in the South. It won't feel like spring. It'll definitely feel like summer, 88 degrees on an April day. It's been known to happen. Trust me. Even in the Northeast, it's been known to happen too. So, all right. So 8.7 B plus for the Brooklyn Bel Air Sour, tropical sour. Check it out at your local pack store, liquor store, grocery store, whatever. Buy one, check one out, like it. You definitely will if you like sour ales. I'm sure you do. John Henderson Pierre of the Beverage Ramble. So you keep on watching. As always, cheers, live, laugh, and love. Bel Air, not Bel Air, California, but Bel Air Sour. Enjoy.